Welcome to Microcap Explosions. This is Mariusz Skonieczny. Now, I think this is like 10th time that I'm trying to record this. And you see, this video series is about Voxtur Data Analytics with the ticker symbol VXTR on TSX Venture and VXTRF on OTC markets. Now, I've been going through my head so many times. How do I explain this story? How do I explain it in a way that it flows? And I got to tell you, it is not easy. It is not easy to understand this company, and it is not easy to explain it. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. This is going to be a much longer video series than I did with Oracle or Globex. But you need this. You need this to understand it. So let me start with, why you should care, like right at the beginning. Because what are we here for? We're here for making money in the stock market, making money through our investments, right? So type in your ticker symbol, VXTR to Google, or if you want to use the VXTRF, the US ticker symbol, type it in. I don't want to say what it is right now because depending on when you're going to watch it, it might change. But as I'm making this video, I would say that the stock should already be trading at $5 per share Canadian today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, today. Okay? It is not because barely anybody knows about this company. The company is trading on TSX Venture. And if you read my book, if you didn't, go to microcapexplosions.com, download a free book, Microcap Investor. And in that book, I have a section of how TSX Venture came into existence. It was like a merger of several different exchanges. It was an exchange that was focused on mining stocks, an exchange that was focused on oil and gas, exchange that was something else, and then technology, and then they just all came together. So Voxtur is obviously a technology company focused on solving problems in the real estate space, more specifically, and the appraisal and title side of the real estate industry. And in general, technology companies are a small part of TSX Venture. So what this means is that investors on TSX Venture like to invest in everything else but technology. They like to ignore technology companies. And that's why when Voxtur is going to be trading on NASDAQ, whether it's next year, it's going to completely change. And the company is going to be exposed to individuals or investors that actually care about technology companies. Because investors on TSX Venture, I always make fun of it, that they like to invest in pot, mushroom, gold, silver, anything that is non-technology. So I make a joke that people on TSX Venture, they get high and they're looking for gold. They're not looking for great companies, technology companies. They're looking for a quick flip. They're looking for 10-cent stock that they can flip it at 30 cents and find another 10-cent stock. They're going to ignore those kinds of companies. So that's why I think it's one of the reasons why Voxtur is not today at 5. And in this video series, I will show you comparable companies that have similar growth rate, similar margins, similar everything, and then they are trading at multiples of what Voxtur is trading today. For full disclosure, I own about 1 million shares in Voxtur. And I found Voxtur the same way I find many of my other companies for microcap explosions. In other words, I go to places where other people don't want to go, which is I love going to TSX Venture or Canadian Stock Exchange or OTC because I love the fact that investors on those exchanges only care about pot, mushrooms, and gold. So if I go and find other companies that they don't care about, I'm able to find them when nobody else is looking at them, buy them, and then when they graduate to more reputable exchanges like NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, they're more likely to be re-rated if the story is good enough to attract those types of investors. So I found Voxtur by simply going one company by one company on TSX Venture. And I did this in 2019. And I found it when the stock was trading at about 20 something cents. And then when COVID came, I saw it go down to as low as 12 or 10 cents, something like that. I wanted to buy it at that point, but I didn't. I didn't buy it. I was late by about 2 weeks. I should have made the call. I should have made the call to the CEO. That's why I tell you guys, it's important to talk to the management. It's important to do your scuttlebutt, because that's when you really find out the thesis. They can tell you things that maybe are not explained very well in the financials, and they like open up your eyes. And that's what happened to me. So I ended up buying shares about 30 cents. And remember the video series that I made when I sell the oil tankers? I sold the oil tankers for this opportunity, because when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is going to be life-changing. And I truly think that it should already be trading at $5 today. With a little bit of growth, I think it will reach $10 a share. And if a lot of success happens with some of the sky potential, it could reach as much as $40 per share, and the company can have a market cap of $20 billion. So that's what this video series is all about, is show you my thinking behind it, explain to you the business, because you have to understand the business. You have to understand the business of real estate appraising, of tax assessment business. You have to understand the title business, and you have to understand how Voxtur is solving major problems for these industries, and how the clients are now signing up for this solution, and how more clients are going to be signing up for this solution. And then also, I will interview 3 insiders in this video series. I will interview Gary Yeoman, Jim Albertelli, and Marty Haldane. But before we go any further, I would like to put things in perspective, okay? Because we don't think too much about the equation of problem to solution to wealth creation. We're looking at stocks, we're looking at the valuations, and we just want to buy it at a particular price, sell it at another price, and make money. But I'd like you to kind of step back a little bit and think about problems and how problems, when they are solved, can lead to value creation. You see, if you don't know much about the real estate industry, what is one of the biggest problems that the bottleneck that the industry experiences? One of the biggest bottlenecks is the appraisal report. You see, appraisals take forever. Okay, appraisals are one of the main reasons, or the main reason, why the real estate transaction takes so long to close, 30, 40 days. Voxtur is solving this problem. Voxtur is making appraisals more efficient, and therefore it's providing a solution for which it is currently being rewarded. And we as shareholders, if we choose to be shareholders, we can be rewarded alongside with that solution. Why is appraisal such a big problem? You see, I used to be a real estate appraiser, as I said in many of my videos. What I noticed when I was a real estate appraiser is that very few people go into real estate appraising industry out of college as their first choice. It's usually a choice that's a second career for somebody. I went into real estate appraising right after college, but I'm not the norm. The average age of an appraiser is 62 years old. They're not very good with technology. As I said, it's their second career. When anybody thinks of going into the real estate, they just get a real estate license and they want to sell real estate. Not a lot of people become real estate appraisers. Now, this creates a big problem because there's a shortage of appraisers. The appraisal in itself is a very time-consuming project. I've done them. When you receive an appraisal, you have to inspect the property, you have to measure the property, you have to visit the property, you have to find comparables for the property, and all this information you have to enter into an appraisal form, appraisal report. Now, on average, an appraiser can do maybe one appraisal per day, max 2 appraisals per day. That's it. So the entire mortgage industry is being slowed down by the appraisals. So what Voxtur is doing is solving that problem by making appraisers faster. And as the time passes by, they will become faster and faster and faster. And now, because of that solution that Voxtur has, now clients, major clients are signing up right now as we speak, and more clients are going to be signed up in the future. Why? Here's why. If you take out a mortgage on a house, you don't care about where you get the mortgage from. Mortgage in itself is a commodity, okay? So what you care about is the interest rates mainly, and also how fast you can close, right? Mostly interest rates. But now, as you know, all the banks, all the lenders pretty much have the same access to the cost of capital. So they can't really differentiate themselves too much on the interest rates. However, they can differentiate themselves on the speed of close or technology. So the ones that are signing up with Voxtur right now are the ones that want to gain competitive edge over its competitors and have a faster closing. And that's why Voxtur's platform is gaining more and more popularity day by day. And I'll show you, it's visible by some of the client signed ups. It's visible by the revenue growth. And it's going to become even more visible as the time passes by. So that was just a quick solution to you. I just wanted to tell you why you should care about it and how Voxtur is solving a very major issue for the real estate industry. So with that being said, this concludes video number 1 of the video series. And in the next video, I will show you the basics of the appraisal, tax assessment business, and title business so that you can understand how Voxtur's products offer a major solutions for the real estate industry.